Welcome to the first of the Over the Shoulder series. Now, what I wanted to do is create um, a bit more value and things that you can actually action rather than it all just being kind of theoretical. And, I don't want to hide behind any gatekeeping and things like that. But the thing that I'm doing this on is how to stand out when applying for an online remote position. Now, the first thing I want to say is this is not going to be a script. It's not a do this every single time in terms of copy and paste or anything like that. It's human interactions. Right. I want to make that clear first. However, I know how much of us in the online space love frameworks and we love processes. So I have made it a 5-step process, but obviously this is just to give you an idea. And as promised, this is going to be using a real life example, something that I did to get through to a high level position in a way that the other people I was up against didn't. Okay. It's not saying I'm perfect, not saying this is the best way and the only way, but again, enough of all those prerequisites. Let's just get straight into the value. Okay. So we're going to break it down into 5 steps and I'll walk you through each one. Okay. So the first one is do the basics. Then it's do one more step. Then it's personalize, speed, and follow up. Let's break these down. So the first thing is the basics, right? The first step is always just to do the absolute bare minimum that the hiring person is asking of you. Might sound basic, might sound simple. You would be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't, to know how many people do not even do the basics. Right. So if you want to even just be in the top 50% of applicants, just do the bare minimum. Also, for this example, I'm starting with the presumption that you've done your due diligence or you know the offer's legit. That's not for the scope of this. This is literally just I'm applying. How do I stand out? That's it. So, um, a while ago, I found this post from someone on my Facebook feed that I respect and I know and I trust. So that was my due diligence. Now, I'm covering up all the names for the whole of this example. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no bad blood. There's no issues. Purely, I have not asked permission, and I would rather just not cause any issues with personal details of people. Okay, so just scribble them all out, but it's just for that reason. So you've probably seen many of these sort of posts, people putting it out there about positions and roles and different things like that. Okay, so I found one that I like the look of. And if you look, it says DM if you have experience, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's the step that the person is asking. That is the basics. So what did I do? I DM'd. Okay, just a little bit of a thing. Again, I'm not saying I'm the best copywriter. I don't want you to look at these and go, oh, Dave is saying this is exactly how to message people. All I'm doing is I'm being myself. Okay, I messaged them, reached out to them, hadn't spoken to them for a little while. So also just said selfish reason for messaging, broke the ice a little bit and just said, I'd love to throw my hat into the ring, would love to know your thoughts. Now, the reason I'm saying this as well, just so you guys are on the same page, this is clearly not the offer owner who is posting this, right? This is someone who knows the offer owner and isn't related to the hiring process per se. So for me, I just wanted to get their take on, do you feel like this is a good fit? That's also my way of asking, I'd like more details. Um, and then I just kept this in because it just made me laugh because they're dealing with business owners. They were just asking about the color of my hair. You know, that's them doing their due diligence on me. So that's the basics. Okay. From there, what we need to do next is do one more step. Okay. I'll break down what I mean by this. So this is about standing out and showing them there is something different about you. Don't commoditize yourself. Right. So what happened is I'd done that reach out, said that I was interested. We had a bit of a chat. They then put us all the people that had been interested in one group chat with the business owner. Okay. So this is that person saying, these are all great closers. Sure, you find a good fit. Leave it to you now. Okay. So now it's down to us as closers to start pursuing the business owner, I suppose. So you can see, and again, I'm not knocking any responses or anything. This I just want to walk you through my mindset. So people started posting, appreciate you, great to meet you, business owner. Great to meet you, business owner. Thanks, person. Appreciate the interest. See how they're all just the same. And I was just like, okay, the first thing I want to do is do one more step. I want to stand out. I want to look different. We're all the same at the moment. We're all a commodity. We're just closers looking for a role. We're just fish in a barrel. I don't want to be a fish in a barrel. So I just went really tiny, one step out in the group. A great group of people in here. Whoever you go with from here will definitely do you proud. Thanks for the connect. Nice to meet you. Okay. The reason I did that is I just wanted to look like I'm not just going to follow the crowd. I don't want to be like everyone else. I want to do something different. I'm also leaning out a little bit, which is a sales thing that I learned a lot of where I don't want to look too into it, but I also want them to know I'm serious. Here, over on that camera. Um, okay, so what's the one more step then? How do I stand out even more than this? Right? What I then do is personalize. Okay. So that was me just doing one. Well, this is also me doing one more step is the personalizing. So these are kind of two, but they're the same in that sense. But I don't want them to feel like I'm just another number to them, and I don't want them to feel like they're just another number to me. So I'm personalizing my application here. Obviously, don't be fake with it, but let them know you've taken time for the opportunity. So what I did is I then clicked on business owner from the group and I got into a personal chat with him. So this is I took myself out of the group and put me straight into the box of the business owner. I also added him on Facebook. I joined his Facebook group and I went through his website. Okay, you can call it stalking, I call it due diligence. And then what I did is I personalized a message to him. Hey, business owner. Um, the other guy connected us in a group chat. I can imagine your inbox is exploding after his post in the group that he made. Just wanted to say I've looked through your testimonials for business name and they seem really good. Of course, you know this, but that's one of the first things that I like to see the results you get for people. Also, wanted to say I know most of the closers in the group and they're all A plus people. I was even the sales manager for one of them. So if I don't make the cut, I'd happily vouch for any of them. Not that my opinion matters too much for you right now, I imagine. Hope you're doing well. So this was me personalizing and standing out. Okay. First of all, I told them that I'd done this. I'd looked into them as a business and I still wanted to potentially work for them. That means a lot to a business owner. As a hiring manager, if someone had said, I've looked into the offer, I saw this was interesting, I would be like, okay, you're doing your research. This is interesting. You've got something about you. Also, by being part of the group, by adding him on Facebook, messaging him here, I was everywhere. I made omnipresence without being in his face. Right, I wasn't just posting everything, but this is all I did. The post in the group chat and this post in here, but everything else, I was just there. Also, I kind of did that thing about the closers again, right? I kind of made myself stand out, but also vouch for them. And I also did a bit of like an ego switch as well. Like I was even the sales manager for one of them. So like, look, like I'm not just another number here. There's something about me. Okay. I then got a voice note, a couple of voice notes, and we kind of progressed from there. So I got conversation with the business owner that no one else in that group did. To my knowledge, I have spoke to them afterwards, a couple of them, and they didn't ever got any other sort of communication. So this was me getting more involved. The next thing is speed. Okay, this isn't about being needy or trying to make it feel like you're desperate. It's about honoring your time and their time and letting them know you take it seriously. So in the group chat, he then posted like a bit of a post and this link, which was to fill out the form, basically go through their steps. Right? You can see, you can't see when he posted it, but basically I did it as soon as he posted it, and you can see this is like almost 1 a.m. for me, but it was a good opportunity. So I was watching the group, and as soon as he posted, I was on it. Right. So I literally did this within 2 or 3 minutes of it being posted because, again, I want to stand out. I don't want to look desperate, but I'm like, if this is a good opportunity, I want to be part of it. So I put it in, I commented done, bang, money, love, speed. This is the business owner. I'm already, again, standing out just by speed. There were some people, one, who never even finished it. There was other people who did it like a couple hours later or 20 hours later, things like that. But I was just there. So you can see from a hiring position, they're like, there's something about this guy. He's not being needy. He's not being over it. I wasn't like, thank you so much for this opportunity. I have filled this out, this form, and I've done it to the best of my abilities. I'm like, done. Right, I'm done. That's all you asked of me, and I'm done. Money loves speed. Follow up. This isn't about making them feel like they're being too slow or anything like that, or that you're overbearing. It's about showing them that you care about their response and their opinion. It shows care and consideration. Right, so then this is back to the personal chat. So because of the speed, well, first because of standing out, then I made the personal chat myself. Then I went to the speed again in the group chat. Now he's messaging me back in the personal chat. Right, happy with everything I did. Love to progress you through the next phase. Obviously tells me what I've got to do, blah, 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 blah. Need it within the next 48 hours. I did it within that hour. It was 1:30 a.m. by the time I'd done the video, right? This is what I mean about speed and follow up. So the speed is one part, but the follow up is actually following. You could call it maybe follow through as well. I actually did things that he asked. I didn't just go, okay, I'll take my time now. I was like, I'm keeping this up because if I do this, then I can go to bed and I can sleep knowing I've done everything I need to do. So hopefully you guys can see this was a really quick example. But just by following those 5 steps, you can see how much I stood out without really doing much. Right? Let's be honest. I send uh, one extra message really, and then the conversation happened. But on top, like that's natural. You talk. I mean, I sent one extra message than everyone else. I did the research and I got involved in wherever he was. I put myself there. I did everything a little bit quicker, and then I followed up and I followed through. That's all you got to do. That is it. You do the basics. Again, I promise you, if you do the basics, you're already in the top 50%, if not the top 30% of applicants, right? You're already starting out well. You do one more step. If you're putting in one more step, it allows you to stand out and shows you're serious. Now, if you personalize it, it allows them to know you've done your research, you're taking this seriously, and it shows a lot about you as a person. The speed, this is about honoring your time and theirs. It's totally acceptable. It's not about being pushy or desperate, but taking your craft seriously. And then the follow up and follow through, people get busy. Following up allows them to know you're keeping them top of mind and brings you back to top of mind. So hopefully these 5 steps are really useful for you, and this makes sense, and that example makes sense. Hit me up with any questions, comment, like whatever you need to do. But I really, really just wanted to give some value, and I believe this is a great way for you guys to see what's possible by just making a few tweaks to what you're doing. You can get involved with some really high level businesses. Okay, let me know if you need anything else. Hopefully this has been good for you guys, and hopefully it all makes sense. I'll see you soon.